Hi, I'm Frankie, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you about the Fable 5 model that just came out by Claude and the app that it built me in minutes. I'm starting on this page for the app that I currently have hosted in Azure that's running that I can use, and it's currently a meal planner agent. So I can talk with this agent about meals that I'm interested in. I can ask for it to give me a recipe for fajitas that you know I'll be interested in. Do not include anything that I dislike. And I'm asking it to not include anything I dislike because it has a memory store connected to it. So I asked the Fable model to build all the components that I'm interested in for a full, complete Azure AI agent solution, and it built the whole thing for me in minutes. Then I set it all up, and this is the end result. Now, in this fajita recipe that we see, it says no peppers, no mushrooms, no seafood, because in my memory agent store here, it already knows that I dislike peppers, mushrooms, seafood, because in previous conversations I told it what I didn't like, and it saved that in the memory store within Microsoft Foundry's memory store that it can use. I also have here on the left side the ability to save these recipes. So if I find a recipe on here, this chicken fajitas recipe, it's using the web search skill that Microsoft Foundry agents can use. This recipe, if I'm liking it, I can just save this recipe and it'll be saved to my Cosmos DB saved recipes that I can then take a look at the ingredients and steps later and actually use and take advantage of. So all of this is a complete AI agent solution that was built all by that Fable model. Now, learning more about that Fable model, here's an announcement that came out from Microsoft that the Claude Fable 5 model is now available in Microsoft Foundry. So if you have quota, or if you don't have quota, you want to request quota, then you can do so with this quota increase request. You can find this within the setup instructions when you're looking at the Claude models in the docs. I'll include this in the description. You want to fill out this quota increase form. You're going to talk about specify the exact model that you want. In this case, it would be that Fable 5 model, and talk about your use case for it, and then wait for you to get access. Now, I am waiting for access myself, so I did just use the Claude.ai for it to give me all of the code and setup for this. And now I want to show you what this looks like. So in my Azure portal, I have my resource group, and I had it create the resource group. I had it create all the resources for me. I made it create a setup script for me, and it literally created all these resources. So I want to show you these resources and just cover each one. So there's an Azure container registry that was created so that I can have containers that are uploaded and saved there. The containers that are then going to be used for my backend API that is interacting with the Foundry SDK, the memory store, my agent, and then the web app that actually hosts that UI that you saw. There's the Azure Container environment that hosts those two container apps. There's the Cosmos DB database that saves all those different meals. And then there is the Foundry resource and the Foundry project that actually house my agent itself, my Azure AI agent. Then there's just a log analytics workspace for debugging logs, things like that. And then looking in the Foundry portal itself, I can even see, looking at my agents, my list of agents, I can go to my meal planner agent. Again, this was all created from the setup script that was generated for me by Fable 5, all in minutes. And I have my web search already connected, and then I can come over and see that I have a meal, my memory store as well. So all this was created by this Fable model. You can learn more about the way this model works. I'll also link this blog post in the description as well. From what I know and have learned so far, the Fable model is all about these long-running multi-stage tasks. You give it something big you want it to do, you let it run for a while. For me, I think it took about 20 minutes to run and create all of the different step-by-step aspects I need for, or components I need for my Azure AI agent, which I then just downloaded the zip and then ran the startup command and it was all hosted in Azure, all ready to go with the front end container app, the back end container app, and my Azure AI agent. That is all connected. So I'll let you read more about this Claude 5 Fable model from this blog post that'll be in the description. If you want to learn more about Microsoft Foundry and how to build agents using Claude models, there is a whole documentation on how you can set up Claude models in Microsoft Foundry. You can take a look at this. I'll also link this in the description. And if you want to learn more about how to build Azure AI agents, I do have a community called the Azure Innovation Station online community, all about building Azure AI agents. So you're leveraging Microsoft Foundry and the platform there to build AI agents and in the most secure, scalable, and enterprise-ready way. So if you're interested, there's a link in the description if you want to join that. I do run a periodic cohort of people who want to build Azure AI agents in 30 days or less. If you're interested in that, I'll also link have a link to either the waiting list or the place to apply in the description as well. So if you have any questions about things like this Fable model or building Azure AI agents or anything related to Azure, leave them in the comments below. I answer every comment to help as many people as I can. If this video was helpful for you, I'd appreciate it if you left a like and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more content like this. As always, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.